Caddy Corner, episode 22.
I'm Caleb.
I'm Austin. We're outside.
This is crazy.
This is crazy.
This is the first time.
Literally. This is the first time you and I both have ever been outside, actually.
Yeah, I've never seen the outside before.
Yes.
It's crazy.
Yeah, this is crazy. You guys might be thinking, what are you doing outside?
I'm thinking that.
It was, it was too dark in the studio. But on a more storytelling level, it's the last weekend of summer for
Yeah.
you guys listening. For us, there's like 5 days left because apparently Monday is the last day of summer, according to my communications professor. So
Who would have thunk?
who would have thunk? So, but yeah, we're outside. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's not 150 degrees and disgusting outside for once, so we got lucky. But today, we're going to be talking about some of our favorite apps that we use every day to be the best in the world. Not only as a podcast, but also as humans, because nobody's better than us.
Sure.
And we're also going to hit you guys with some goals that we have for the fall, winter, rest of the year. Caleb, take it away.
Aye, Captain. So here on my list of my favorite apps, started off simple with an app that I use every single day. I'm using it right now. Notes.
Boom. Notes.
Dude.
Just regular old Apple Notes. Yeah.
Just regular Apple Notes. I use it every day.
Even before the iPad?
Yeah, before the iPad. I didn't use it every day before the iPad.
But now
Now
it's
that
every day.
Now that I have the iPad, it's 100% every day, but I still used it often.
Yeah,
I would be lost without my Notes app.
we're going to have some similarities in why we use stuff, that's for sure. But I know. Hit 'em with what you use the notes for.
So I use my Notes for notes.
But
No, I'll give you a couple examples. I use my notes in class most of the time. I recently got an iPad with one of the iPad pencils, and so I use that every time I'm in class, and I just use the regular old Apple Notes app. I know there are different apps that you can use for note taking, but I just
like
keep
notes?
I just keep it with the notes. I've been using notes since the beginning of time, and
Yes.
and so everything that I've ever taken a note on is in there still.
Really, you never deleted any?
Never deleted a note.
That is wild.
Oh yeah, if you look at my iPhone storage,
You're scrolling for years. Holy crap, that's nuts.
yeah. So, what can I say? I'm a note hoarder.
Apparently.
I don't consider myself one though.
It could be worse. Like, we could be, like, older, and we could have, like, notebooks. Like, you could have millions of notebooks. That would be way worse than just having
Yeah.
some tough cloud storage going on.
Well, another thing that I use my notes for is if I just think of something, I'll just jot it down real quick.
Yeah.
But every time I think of something new, I always start a new note.
Yeah.
And
That's where
so
you get in trouble.
all these notes are just like one little bullet points or a couple little bullet points,
And that's it.
and that's it, and then on to a new note. Do I ever go back to them? Usually not. Will I? Possibly. That's why I keep them.
For sure.
So that's where I use my notes for. I also use notes if I'm taking notes for the podcast. It's like right now, if you can see on my phone, Notes app. It's got all my notes, all my talking points for this episode, so I can help myself stay organized and help us stay on a schedule,
Yes.
so we don't get off track.
So that way you guys don't have an hour and a half show to listen to.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So those are a couple ways that I use notes that I absolutely love.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Yeah.
I will jump into a similar app that I use every single day for the same things that you use notes for, but mine is called Good Notes, which is my note-taking app of choice for my iPad. I'm not just going to repeat everything that you said, but I will make the case for why I use Good Notes. First of all, it's an $8 app, so there is that.
Got it.
You do have that over me in this case. With that said, $8 one time, I'm good. But the reason why I like it, and especially off of what you said, is I have all of my stuff that I've ever written in my Good Notes too, but they're all in individual notebooks. I made like little cute fun covers for them, which I will not show because they're they're good, but they're all like, I have one for YouTube, I have one for my classes, I have one for the podcast, like I have one for all of this different stuff. And so that's what I use Good Notes for.
Got it.
And the difference is like I write it all down, so it's in my horrible handwriting.
Mm-hmm.
You guys definitely can't see, but I write like a serial killer. And so that is why I use Good Notes
Got it.
instead of just regular old notes.
Nice.
Yes.
So next on my list, I have Premiere Pro.
Ooh, new guy.
Yeah. So I'm not experienced in Premiere Pro by any means, but the experience that I do have, I absolutely love that app.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you about that, but I didn't know
So
where we were yet.
so for anybody wondering, I bought the Adobe Cloud, the Adobe Creative Cloud, a couple days ago, literally just a couple days ago, and it was on sale, like crazy sale for students. It's 64% off, $19.99 a month through September 2nd if you want to go buy it if you're a student or a teacher. And I think there's some other people who it's on sale for. If you want it, I recommend it. It's $20 a month. Crazy deal. Usually like $60 or something like that. So I'm taking a videography class this semester, and it's a requirement that we do all of our editing in Premiere Pro. And so our class is in a little Mac lab, and we have desktops that we can do all of our editing on. We don't have to buy Premiere Pro by any means, but I figured editing for me is one of those things where I like to be isolated by myself, like with my headphones. And to give you guys a perspective, it's a 9-person class or an 8-person class, and we have 9 MacBooks in there.
Oh man, that's
So
tough.
so you're elbow to elbow with somebody like editing.
And that's really like for those of you who have not edited a video before, it's really awkward.
Really awkward.
Yeah, especially if you don't have headphones.
And so I got an email from my school or from Adobe on my school email saying that it was on crazy sale, and I was like, well, I'm definitely going to buy that. For one, I'm going to use it for
You'll use it for an entire year.
anything else, but also like I need it for this class, and so I can do my editing at home in my solitude where I feel comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And messing around with it, all of the apps that I messed around with so far,
Bang.
man, so much opportunity.
For sure.
It's insane.
Yeah, it is. Adobe's it's a dangerous beast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I had to throw that on there.
For sure. That's a good one. I'll go to I'll say I have Final Cut on my video editing app of choice. I won't go into too much detail. This is
Why are we the same person?
Well, this is from one for my Mac, but I'll jump into the next like phone and iPad one that I have. And don't get it confused here. It's not TikTok. It's TickTick. TickTick. Wow. Can't talk today, boys. TickTick is a to-do list app. So you write your stuff in there. Like, for example, it also has a widget, which is cool. But, for example, right now on my TickTick, I have to do my lab report. So I have to do that. And whenever you complete your task, you click the little checkbox. It goes ching, and it, like, disappears.
Huh.
And it's so satisfying.
Yeah, that is satisfying. Makes
so-
you want to get your work done.
Yes. And so a lot of people like use reminders or whatever. But for me, I have a TickTick widget on my phone, on my iPad, on my Mac. And so all of my stuff just sits there in a widget and looks at me until it's done. And that's how I get everything done. If it's not in my TickTick, there's no chance I'm doing it.
Got it.
Especially when it's school season. So
Yeah.
That's been my like, how do I get so much stuff done in a day? It's that. So TickTick.
Got it.
Yeah.
So I didn't know we were supposed to be doing iPad apps. I thought we were just doing
I just
apps in general.
I did my notes says mobile, meaning iPhone and iPad, and then
Got it.
Mac is what it says for me.
Okay.
Yeah. But if you think of any more off the dome, I mean, hit them because I can go all day.
Getting shot up. Scary.
It's the best of us.
All right. So next on my list here, I have GarageBand. If it wasn't for GarageBand, this podcast wouldn't be a thing.
Nope, it would not be.
I do all of my podcast editing and recording in GarageBand. I got GarageBand going down here right now. All of these apps that I use, I'm using half of them
Right now,
at the moment.
literally.
And yeah, so I use GarageBand now, and that's the reason why I put this on my list. But I think later on I'm going to switch over to Adobe Audition, which is basically Adobe's version of GarageBand. It's a audio recording and editing platform, and so I'm gonna switch over to that eventually to get my money's worth, the $20 a month that I pay.
Yes. Also give it a shot.
Also, just try it out. I've done a little bit of research on it. I didn't feel comfortable using it for today's show,
Valid.
given I just
we talked about this 2 nights ago, I think.
yeah,
right?
I downloaded the Adobe Cloud 2 days ago.
Yeah.
So I didn't think today was the day to break it out. But that being said, GarageBand, necessity for myself.
For sure. It's a necessity for both of us because it is our kind of our shtick.
And also another thing about GarageBand too, it is very beginner focused.
Absolutely.
It is so simple. If you want to start a podcast,
Anybody can do it. If you're on a Mac
open GarageBand
and talk into your computer.
and talk into it,
Yeah.
and the rest of it is
Pretty simple.
pretty simple.
If you have questions, ask because we don't mind.
Yeah, if you have questions, DM us. If
This
you
is
want
a-
to start a podcast, you can come intern us for a little while if you want
Facts.
to.
Absolutely facts. That was the best plug I think we've ever done for that. That's a good pitch for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Usually our pitches for that are terrible.
Usually it's like, you can be our intern if you want. You won't get paid, but you get apple slices and you can be our friend.
Yes. Yes. So my next app it's called Instapaper. So Instapaper is this app where you can save like I guess blog posts or like journal articles and stuff like that from like Safari. So you go to like share, you put it in there, and then it sits in that app. So that way, whenever you want to go back, because everybody has that problem where like you click on a link to like read
Can
an
never
article,
find it again.
You can never find it again. With Instapaper, that problem doesn't exist anymore. So,
Got it.
and I use that on my phone. It syncs with my iPad. So a lot of the apps that I use I have them on my phone and my iPad because it just makes sense.
Nice.
So Instapaper, trying to learn, the power of learning.
Gotta learn.
It is a lifesaver for finding sources for your English.
Oh
class.
yeah, totally.
It is like the best thing ever for that because
Yeah,
you just
see,
throw them all in there.
I've never heard of that app before, and that's another thing that I use my notes app for. Is
Mhm.
I'll find a link, and then I'll just copy the link and put it in my notes.
Mhm.
But
Sometimes that gets a little hairy though because you accidentally put it on different note documents.
Nick,
And then you don't know what's what.
Yeah.
Because like in Instapaper, it tells you like the headline of the thing. So then it's like you can figure it out quickly. I don't know. It's like nuance, but
yeah, totally.
it's really cool. I like it a lot. So yeah.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. So, Lizzo,
Lizzo.
Lizzo, sponsor us. Last, but certainly not least on my list here, I have the big, the bad, the good, the great YouTube.
Bada bing, bada boom.
If it wasn't for YouTube, you guys wouldn't be watching this podcast right now, and you wouldn't be staring deeply into my soul as I tell you this. But with the YouTube, the great source of video and sound put together, posted on this nice little app with a little red and white logo, it's spectacular.
It's the greatest of all time.
And you see, I totally agree with that. And here's why. Not only do people like me and you get to go on YouTube and post things that we create, and people watch it, and people enjoy it, and people experience it the way we want them to.
Yes, or not, but
But also, if I have a question,
answer is there.
if I don't know how to do something,
The answer is there.
the answer is there.
It might not be in
It-
good quality.
In any question that you have, I shouldn't say any question. Some of you might have some weird questions.
I would argue any question. YouTube's a weird place. The
Yeah,
deep, dark depths of YouTube is a
all
weird
right,
place.
let's go. Any question that you have, you will find at least one video that answers it, and you will probably find 100 that answer it. And with that being said, the great thing about YouTube is so many people know how to do so many things, but in different ways. So what one person suggests you might not be the way that works best for you. So you can look at a video and find this way to do it, and then watch another video and see that and be like, man, this makes so much more sense to me this way, so I can do it this way instead of that way. YouTube is a place of variety, and YouTube sponsor me.
Oh, that would be a sick sponsor.
Because I just plugged you so hard.
That's true.
But yeah, the YouTube, the greatness, the
goat.
YouTube, greatest of all time.
The GOAT,
Yeah,
the best of all time.
yeah,
Easily.
dude. I can't even tell you how many years I've been using YouTube.
I can vividly remember watching YouTube in 2010.
Yeah,
I was 8.
yeah.
Yeah, early Minecraft days.
I remember like I remember watching YouTube whenever YouTube used to be a different icon.
Yeah, it was like the TV.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that was only on the iPhone. I might be nuts.
It was on my iPod Touch.
Well, whatever. I mean, only on iOS. It was on my iPod.
Gosh, throwback to the iPod Touch days. If you have an iPod Touch, hit us up in the comments. I still have mine. We can play Minecraft together on our iPod Touches.
Dude, you know how crazy that is? Because that is a small screen.
Yeah.
That is a really small screen.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, we won't talk about iPod Touches for too long, guys. Promise. That was your last one, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So I'll talk about my last one. This is like, I use it on my iPad. I don't use it on my phone. I use it on my Mac. It's not really an app on the Mac. But it's Canva. That's how the thumbnails get made, guys.
Yeah, Canva. Shout out to
Canva
Canva.
is like Photoshop for dummies. And in the case of Photoshop, I am a dummy. So that's what I use for all of my graphic design needs.
Nice.
Yes. So not as awesome as YouTube, because I didn't think about YouTube as an app. But where do you watch YouTube the most? This is kind of off our topic, but like on your phone, on your laptop, on your TV. For me,
I would
it's
say
definitely TV.
I would say my phone.
Yeah?
Probably. And then after that would be my TV.
Like close?
I don't know. I have a lot of questions throughout the day, and I go to YouTube a lot
Okay.
during the day to find answers.
Yeah.
But I also play YouTube videos on my TV quite often.
Yeah, I do all the time. There's probably a YouTube video playing on my TV right now.
Probably.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So, next segment of this show. Do you want to do my surprise segment, or do you want to do goals now?
You go ahead and do whatever.
Let's do surprise segment.
Okay.
I don't think it'll take very long. So, and we didn't talk about this at all, but on TikTok, there's this new kind of conversation happening about people that are our age versus the old people, and it's called quiet quitting. Have you heard of this?
No.
Okay. So, basically, I'm going to ask you what your thoughts are after I kind of explain it to you.
Okay.
And obviously, you can interpret it however you want to interpret it, but quiet quitting, there's like this video of this like probably mid-40s guy with like a really, not really long beard, but medium-length beard. That doesn't matter about what I'm talking about.
I was about to say.
Yeah.
What kind of?
No.
All right.
But basically he's like going off on people that are like probably like our age, a little older, a little younger, about going to their jobs, like their regular like part-time jobs or whatever, full-time jobs that are like not career jobs or whatever, and giving like 45% effort, implying that that's quiet quitting, saying that like you're just going to work and doing the very bare minimum and then going home and expecting something out of it. Sort of. I'm trying to play both sides in this. That way I'm giving you as much context as you can get. You want me to go first and tell me what my opinion is? Or do you want to kind of go first or whatever?
No, I'll go first.
Okay.
I think that quiet quitting, as you might say, I think it is definitely an issue in some cases. But I see his point, because no matter what you do, you should always give 100%. But
Fair.
But there's also the side of it where it's like it's not really helping you.
All it's doing is putting dollars in your pockets. And for some people, that's very little amounts of dollars.
Yeah, and I guess it depends on how many much of dollars you're bringing in. I know it shouldn't matter, because you should give your 100% effort all the time. That's what I was always told growing up, which I do believe. And I think it's just so hard to live that lifestyle, I give 100% in everything that I do, no matter how much it affects me. Even though it's what you should do, I think that it's impossible to go work your part-time job that pays
$10 an hour.
$10 an hour, and you work maybe
20 hours a week.
15, 20 hours a week, so that's $200 before taxes. I think it's hard to go to that job and be like, man,
and give it any
I'm going to give it my all today.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's hard, nearly impossible
Yes.
to do.
All right, I'll hit you with my take on the whole thing now.
Go ahead.
My thought process is, in most people that are our age that are working like part-time jobs that are getting paid whatever, working for like big corporations, people that don't care that you exist, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, like I work for Home Depot. The person that owns Home Depot does not know who I am, and that's fine. But it's like you're working without an identity almost. That sounds weird, but like kind of. But that's kind of off the topic of it. Really, is like the way that people interact with, the way that like consumers interact with people that are working those entry level, part time through college or through high school jobs, like cashiers or like waiters, stuff like that, is like not good. Most people don't treat those people with any kind of like, not that you should respect them, but like you should respect them as human beings. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, that's happened forever. I'm not complaining about just that. That's happened, like, I'm sure whenever our parent generation was working the same job, that same thing happened. I'm not saying that that's not true. The difference is now is that for people like us, like, there's other options.
Right.
Like, if people that are our age don't just go to jobs that they hate every day and are, like, okay with that. Because you can make a lot of money playing video games now.
Right.
We've talked about that on the show a lot before. So, and also, too, everything costs a lot more now than whenever it did, like, 40 years ago.
Totally.
Like, I can't, for example, it's unrealistic for me to start working at Home Depot whenever I was 18 and then work there for 25 years and expect that to be my career.
Yeah.
It's just not how the world is anymore.
Right.
So, I don't know. I just thought it was interesting. I saw like 7 TikToks back to back to back to back to back on it today, and I was like, it'd just be interesting to bring up because, I don't know, that's like something that our generation is like doing, and kind of it's kind of an agenda that our generation's pushing. So I just thought it was interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is interesting.
Yeah, and maybe my perspective kind of changes on it, but my thought, this is kind of my intake on it is, I think that if you want it to stop, then both sides have to partake in changing it, and it has to start with the corporations.
Yeah.
Or the businesses that are, like, compensate your workers. If you're going to pay nothing compared to how much things cost, then nobody's going to do anything, and there's no surprises there. So,
yeah,
that's my thesis on it. I feel like that's fair enough.
Yeah, I think so too.
All right.
Next segment.
Last segment.
Yeah.
Goals for the end of the year.
You want me to hit it?
Yeah, hit it.
Okay. So, my first goal for the year. These are Caddy Corner goals.
Okay.
Hit 1,000 downloads by the end of the year.
We'll hit that easily.
Fine.
No, I'm 100% positive that we're going to hit that, because that's one of mine too.
1,200.
I think that that's possible too, in a weird way. Not definitely though.
So then we'll stay.
Yeah, stay
1,200.
1,200. I think that's doable.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially if we get some pops in there
Yeah, dude. You guys are killing it.
on the audio.
Thank you to all the audio listeners.
Yeah,
I love you guys.
we'll plug After Hours here too. That's where it's been going up recently.
Yeah, I know. You
Shout out to
guys
After
listen to
Hours.
After Hours. Hopefully, if you listen to After Hours, you're here too.
Hopefully if you're here now, you go and check out After Hours. It's it's the best of Caleb and I, maybe. Some of our highlights are there.
Yeah,
for
totally.
Sure. If we were to make a highlight reel of Caddy Corner, I guess the After Hour segments would be a little boring because you can't see them. So maybe highlight tape isn't the best way to do it. But check out After Hours.
Yeah, just go check it out and,
Yeah.
and see for yourself.
For sure. So, yes, that's a great one. Caddy Corner goal for me is that's the same one. So another Caddy Corner goal for me is get the studio done.
Me too.
Ours are going to be the exact same because we're in the same brain power state
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, get the studio done. I couldn't agree with you more.
We're hoping to be shooting in there before the end of October.
Yeah,
And
that's the plan.
And that's super doable as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Coming soon. There will also be YouTube videos that accompany that process.
Yes.
I promise. It really is going to be. Because I think it's cool to be building your own studio. So we will have content for you.
Yeah,
guys
you
to
don't really
watch.
see very many young adult podcasts building their own studios around. You don't really see that a lot.
You know, just saying. Subscribe. Caddy Corner.
Subscribe. Caddy Corner on YouTube.
We'll have a studio soon. So.
On the greatest app of all time.
That's
Subscribe to us.
Yep. And also you can follow us on Spotify and Apple as well if you're into that sort of thing.
Yeah, follow us. Download us. Share us with your friends.
Yes.
My last goal here. I have start on the YouTube channel.
Why do we have the same stuff?
Is that literally your 3?
Yeah.
Wha-
For Caddy Corner. I have some personal ones that I was going to say too, but
We did not
plan is.
We did not plan this.
We-
We did not talk about this beforehand.
We're working razor sharp right now, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
That was simple. That was
Yeah.
easy.
For sure. I'll just rip out some personal ones, and I'm sure that you have personal ones too. So, personal goal rise for the rest of the year is I just want to like dominate this semester of school.
Yeah.
I want to I hate saying get all A's because that just sounds tacky, but I really think I want to.
Yeah.
I haven't wanted to do that in a long time. I think I might want to. But the goal, like if I were to write it down, it would just say kill this semester. That's what it would say.
Totally.
So do good in school, Austin. Kids, you guys too, but
Yeah.
I'm talking to myself. You have any off the top of your head?
Yeah, I got some. I want to become a wizard in Photoshop
Ooh.
and Premiere.
Ooh. Okay. How are you gonna do that?
YouTube videos.
You start making YouTube videos.
No, I'm gonna watch YouTube videos.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna become a wizard
Okay.
by watching YouTube videos and learning.
I would recommend also by making YouTube videos. Well, I just mean like making videos.
Right.
I
I have a.
that sounds so stupid.
I have a stop motion film that I created. If you guys want to see it, we might post it somewhere.
If this podcast between the video and the audio gets more than 25 views / downloads, understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Caleb will post it on a brand new YouTube channel that says Caleb Nesbitt as the title with a picture of him as the profile picture.
Sure will. 25 downloads.
Or views.
Or views combined.
Right. So like 10 and 15, that works.
I will make a
YouTube channel.
Caleb Nesbitt personal YouTube channel, and I will post that video for all of you guys to see.
And if we get 40 combined, we will post our mini golf video.
Facts.
That you guys have never seen, that we've mentioned a lot. And really only our class saw that video.
Yeah.
Anyways, the pressure's on you guys.
Yeah, come on, show up.
Share the video around. You're going to need that. Or share the audio around, whatever works best for you.
Yeah, because you are going to want to see both of those.
Definitely. Especially the mini golf video.
Mini golf video.
Hilarious.
Slaps.
One of my second goals for the rest of the year is I want to upload one YouTube video every week for the rest of the year.
Man, that's a big goal.
3 deep so far. Making similar content to what we kind of do here with a little bit more of like a lifestyle flair is the vibe. Yeah, it's a big goal, but like it's, I don't know, it's fun.
Oh, yeah, totally.
So
that's a good goal.
Yeah, for sure. And it's just like a matter of, what I've learned is that it's just a matter of doing it.
Yeah.
And I've also learned that the hardest thing, and I've learned this through the podcast too, the hardest thing about doing anything creative is coming up with an idea.
Totally.
Holy crap, it is hard. It's so hard to come up with an idea, especially a good one.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, upload one YouTube video every week for the rest of the year. So that's it.
All right. That's going to wrap up this episode. If you guys enjoy episodes like this, laid back, sitting outside in these cozy little
These
chairs.
are some sick chairs. I've actually never sat in these chairs before.
That's crazy because this is your house.
I know, yeah.
Man. If you enjoy videos, podcasts like this, let us know because we enjoy making podcasts like this.
Facts. And we only have so much more time. I was thinking before we got here, like, why do we not always record in this? Like, why do we not turn this into our set? And then I was like, holy crap.
It gets cold.
It turns into winter soon. Yeah. And then it would be much less fun to do this.
I don't think you would want us sitting out here in our
snow,
in our toboggans and big coats.
No. But yeah, so if you like this kind of vibe, we can definitely simulate this vibe when it gets cold outside too.
Yeah.
And some other kind of like peppermint mocha campfire vibe. I don't know.
Maybe.
It sounds horrible to talk about that now because it's still summer. But anyway, that's it for this episode of Caddy Corner.
Yep.
There is something else that I wanted to talk about just because I feel like we left everybody high and dry on the 20th episode Q&A.
Oh, yeah.
So our plan for that is whenever we debut the studio, well, I don't even know if this is our plan for that, but this is what I was thinking at least. When the studio debuts, that is whenever we're going to do that. I'm thinking that that's going to be about episode 30-ish. And so that's when we're planning on doing episode 30 Q&A. Episode 20 Q&A, but episode 30 Q&A.
Yep. If you haven't dropped any questions down, if you go to our link tree, there the top link it says episode 20.
We'll change it to 30 though.
Yeah, we'll change it. But right now it says episode whatever Q&A. Go there. It's a Google Doc. Type your name, what you want us to call you on camera. We'll say your name and the question that you ask. It'll be epic, and you'll probably become famous after.
Another thing too, I have looked at the questions. So I don't even remember how many there were, but you know how at least it used to put the answer and the name together?
Yeah.
No longer does that. So what I was thinking, instead of being able to read their names out loud, because we have no idea whether we can either read their names out loud, or I was thinking rolling credits at the end could be cool. Something like that could be cool. But anyways, like, you put your name there so that way we can give you like a nice little shout out, because you didn't have to give us a question to talk about. But
okay, maybe we won't read your name, but we'll give you a shout out.
Well, we'll do something with your name.
Something.
Yeah, because I don't want to make them feel like they lied. We didn't lie to you guys. We would never do that.
I like that voice.
What did I do? You lied.
Yeah.
That was it?
You know what you sound like? You sound like the kid in Shrek that says, do the roar. Can you say do the roar in that voice?
I don't think I can. I could try.
You can do it.
Okay. I don't know that voice that well, the whole line. Do the roar.
That is perfect.
That was it?
Okay. Hold on. Hold on.
Okay.
I'm about to YouTube. Hold on.
I'm not a huge Shrek fan.
You will be now.
Okay. Because I'm in there.
Please, Felicia, not in Daddy's ear.
Excuse me, Mr. Shrek. Could you do that ogre roar of yours for my son? He's a big fan.
Do the roar.
You were spot on, bro.
Do the roar.
You were spot on. All right. That's going to wrap it up here.
Yep.
I'm done if you're done.
Yeah, I'm done too. Thanks for listening or viewing this episode of Caddy Corner. You guys are the best. We are making big moves, and I think that by the fall or winter, we are going to be leveled up even more than we are now.
Totally.
And yeah, thanks so much for watching or listening, depending on what platform that you're on. If you are on the audio, make sure to rate, follow, share the video around, leave us a review. That always helps, and we really read those every single time, no matter what. Also, if you are on the YouTube channel, then like, subscribe, comment, share, do all that stuff. If you are on Instagram, and I know every single one of you are on Instagram, throw us up on your stories, because you make cool stuff, and we need new people to watch this show. Also, if you are only one of the video watchers, go to the audio and listen to After Hours, because it is the best show that we make, probably.
Yeah.
And with that said, I'm Austin. He's Caleb. We are back here every single Friday for the regular podcast and every single Wednesday for After Hours. And that is episode 22 of Caddy Corner.
Peace.
Peace.